Cheers to my 20s. So I turned 20 today. Today's my birthday. And I feel different, to be honest. I feel happy, more excited, more rational, and more mature, I would say. Oops, my eyes are hurting. I should just put these glasses up there. Okay, so. I don't know what to say, to be honest. I'm not expecting anything, but what I expect a little bit, okay, in this expect word, what I want myself to do in the 20s is to remain focused on my career and to remain a little bit focused on the present and life itself. So yesterday I couldn't sleep because of one reason, and I was like, let's make something out of it. And I was kind of reflecting on my past, like my teenage, and I was like, I came up with a lot of such points which I had been missing for the past 19 years. It's just because I was a little bit naive, I would say. I was a little bit unfamiliar with the reality of life, or what really does matters to me, or what is it that I should be focusing as a career and stuff like that. So I came up with a couple of points that I put down on my diary. To be honest, I always kind of put things down on my diary because I don't remember things. Recalling things is the hardest thing. And I don't want to recall things though. It's like when I write them, it's more or less like a muscle memory. I don't know what's the real concept behind it, but it's like you write it, it's gonna remain in your mind for a longer time. It's like emotions combined with information becomes long-term memory. So I've been practicing this thing and it really does works for me. So I came up with 10 points that really are gonna matter for me in my 20s, and I'm gonna be focused on them. First is consistency. I want myself to be consistent with what I do. I don't want to try one thing and get tired and give up on that. No, I want to try it. If I'm tired, I might take rest, but I want to do it consistently. I don't want to give up on things very rapidly right after getting tired or something. I'll remain consistent with things I do and things I try in my 20s. Next is believe on small steps. Last year, when I was 19, I realized this thing that small steps combine to make bigger change. So I'm literally gonna focus this thing that I'm gonna take small steps. I don't have to do big thing to make myself happy or satisfied. I can do small things just to make myself a little bit satisfied and make the most out of life. So I'm gonna focus on small things. Love yourself. This was the hardest thing that I have ever done, I would say. It was not really easy to love yourself, to love myself, because by the time I realized that I literally didn't kind of admired myself the way I was supposed to, then it was getting harder for me to accept parts of me. They were like, I would always pick on myself. I would always say like, Munisa, you always do mistakes and stuff like that. So I have now built a really, really positive attitude towards myself, and I'm really kind to myself, I would say. So I'm gonna practice this thing. I'm gonna keep going with this thing the way I have become regarding self-love and stuff like that. And fourth is gonna be focus on the process more than results. This is one of the things that most of us miss. It's like we're a lot more focused on results than the process itself, which is really important. The process is the thing which makes you learn things, which makes the difference in your life, not the results. So I'm gonna be more focused on the process, what I learned from the things that I do, than how I end up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be really focused on the process itself. Fifth one is take your time. I'm gonna take my time, like seriously. I'm gonna take my time. Either it comes to growing up, taking time to learn things, taking time to get over things, taking time to whatever it is. I'm just gonna take my time. I don't have to catch up with the world. I don't have to catch up with the people around me, because everyone is different. Everyone has a different journey. So I'm gonna stop comparing things in other people's life and myself. So I'm gonna be more focused on my own learning, my own growing in my own speed. I don't have to catch up with anyone. I have to make this thing clear to myself, and I am kind of getting better with this, I would say. It's not like I always kind of consider what's going on in other people's life or why I'm slow, or so they're disturbing me a lot. So it's like, yeah, that's all. Next, read books. In 2019, I realized this thing that I can read more than I know, more than I thought I could, because I read a lot of books. I didn't even count them. I read a lot of them, and I get to learn a lot of things, to be honest. And there was a point when I would I was so into books that I would literally not focus on my studies. I was so driven away by books. But then I started to keep balance with books, with my academics, with my personal life, me time, and stuff like that. So I'm now good with it. So I'm just taking my time reading a lot of books, and it's really kind of bringing me a lot of knowledge regarding myself. And I don't read fiction. I don't know. I'm not a fiction person, I would say. I read non-fiction. Mostly books are related to self-development because I literally enjoy working on myself. I literally enjoy the process of learning, growing, and the process of self-love and stuff like that. So I always read books related to self-development. And the seventh one is write down everything that you go through and what you learn from it. There was a time when I was like so stressed and I didn't know what to do. I was talking to people, but it didn't help. So I was like, I really have to find out something that would help me overcome stress or overcome anxiety or stuff like that. So I started writing. In the beginning, it was quite hard. Although I used to write a lot since I was like in my school, because I was a little bit into English poetry and reading beautiful sentences, beautiful phrases. I was so interested in learning like beautiful phrases. I would learn them, I would use them, I would tell people those things, and I would just kind of feel amazing. So I kept doing that, and I became a little bit of regular writer, I would say. I always write my diary every day. There's no such day when I don't write. It can be different things. For example, if I'm watching a movie, I could just write down the beautiful phrases that people use and stuff like that. It just makes me feel better. And it just makes me, like, even if I'm watching a movie, I'm getting something out of it. So it doesn't makes me feel guilty or something while doing stuff that might be a little bit of waste of time, I would say. So this eighth one is going to be make time for yourself. It's again, take your time to learn about yourself, because that's how you do and learn things better. If you're not taking your time, if you're not spending time with yourself, you're not gonna know what your purpose on this earth is, what you really want to do, what makes you feel better, what brings you a lot of kind of sadness or stuff like that. So you won't be able to overcome it. So I really am going to focus this thing that I'm gonna spend a lot of time with myself to know myself better. I still feel like there's a big part of me which is kind of hidden from my vision, so I have to kind of discover it. I have to really dive deep down into myself and know what I really want to do and what I'm better at, so that I could just kind of pursue those things as a career and things will get easier for me. Ninth is gonna be sleep early. I'm not a night person, I would say. I'm a morning person. I sleep very early, sometimes like it's 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. But usually I don't stay after 11 p.m. And this is in my head that nothing worth it happens after 12 a.m. So you better sleep before then. So if I'm staying after 11, it means I'm just wasting my time. And it makes me a little bit feel different, feel bad. So I better choose to go to sleep early. And sleeping early has a lot of benefits, like you feel better, you look fresh in the mornings, and your skin's gets better. Mine is getting better. It's healthier, I would say. So yeah, And those people who sleep well have good memory. I don't know about mine though, but it's like I'm good with things though. I assume so. Next is 10th. Last is exercise daily. Do something every day for your body, like drink a lot of water, eat healthy, make it a self love journey. So, in the beginning, exercising was a big deal for me. I would kind of feel weird after eating a lot, but I would be like, no, exercise is not my thing. But then I read a couple of books. One of them is A Miracle Morning, which kind of convinced me that do I literally respect my body? Do I literally love myself? Do I literally respect uh, my everything that belongs to me? Then I realized that no, I didn't. If I would have respected, I would have gone to gym, I would have exercised, I would have loved myself more. Then I kind of realized these things in the long run, and I'm like, now I have to really, really stick to this thing that I have to do exercise every day. And now I'm like, to be honest, when you do things like continuously, they don't remain the things that you should practice time and again. They become your habit, they become part of you. In the beginning, exercise was a big deal for me, but now it's my hobby. When people ask me what's your hobby, I'm like doing exercise, going to gym, lifting weights. So yeah, I lift weights. So it's like now they have become my hobby. I don't feel like forcing myself to do them or forcing myself to get up in the morning. It's like it's my hobby already. So that was it. That was pretty much of it that I wanted to tell to the one who was in 20s from today onward, myself. So look at me, turning 20, already 20. But I'm super excited for things that are coming my way. I'm gonna accept each and everything, and I'm gonna try to learn from them. Yeah. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for who I'm becoming. I'm grateful for everything that I have. I have everything. I'm so grateful. I love myself.